Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have finally got the Fusion event calendar for Helicath that has been out. It's been a wild day with maintenance and the game going down and things being behind schedule, but we can finally get you some context on what to expect here for the Fusion and everything going on in Raid Shadow Legends as we head into the middle of the week. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, before we dive into everything else going on in game, the Trunda skins and the instant artifact upgrades and some of my reaction to this type of stuff going on, the Fusion is going to be a classic style Fusion. There's going to be no fragments or anything up for grabs. You're going to be mostly getting a bunch of copies of this new rare champion that will fuse into this new epic champion, and then will fuse into the legendary. Now, one of the biggest questions on a Fusion like this is, do you need to keep a copy of the epic or the rare or anything like that? The rare is really nothing that great. The epic is a reviver for the Shadowkin. It's got a pretty underwhelming kit besides that, but maybe for somebody that is looking to 3-star the Shadowkin Faction Wars content, I could see the epic making a little bit of sense for them, but it's not like some top 25 epic or anything in the game. It's mostly an extremely niche reviver for the Shadowkin faction, which is kind of nice because the Shadowkin is heavily lacking in the revive department. But let's go ahead and pull up the Fusion event calendar. And one thing that's worth noting is each, no, that's a little bit too big. Let me make that a little bit smaller, clear that out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, with only one copy of the epic. And of course, it is a summon rush event. So what this is going to mean is if you collect all of the events for all 4 copies of the rares, you won't need to worry about getting the epic to skip one of these rares. But if you are going to be going crazy next weekend for the summon rush, then you would be able to skip one of these or keep a copy of the epic champion right here. So for most of you, I would say you're going to want to focus on getting the 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of this so that you can skip the summon rush and not have to worry about getting all of the points involved with that and acquiring the epic champion as part of that event. So just focus on this stuff going on. So right here you can see that this is going to be the events coming up this weekend. The Dungeon Divers, the Dragon, will have a champion chase. This is going to be around the 2X Ancients that are going to be happening this weekend. And you'll have 2 different ones on there, and then the classic arena. So you're gonna want to focus on this type of stuff right here so that you don't have to worry about getting a copy of the epic during the summon rush event. And I do recommend going for the Fusion champion, obviously, always, because you never know what kind of content they're going to be good for in the future and all that. But especially for this champion, because we've got a really cool niche, especially if you don't have an unkillable comp for the clan boss yet, or you're still in the progression phase of your account. I could see this champion making a lot of sense for most players. And even if you are endgame, you do want to do your best to realistically acquire these legendary champions over the course of your life playing Raid. Then as we transition to some of the other stuff going on in game, we just finished a CVC, so hopefully that went well for you. I'll show you the artifacts I got. Hopefully we got something good. But that means that the next CVC match will actually be on my birthday. Will be on the first day of summer, which is going to be June 21st, because we'll have an off week next week, and then the next Tuesday after that will be our next CVC match. And funnily enough, it is actually on June 21st, which is my birthday. But now let's slide me over and see if we got anything worth it. An attack amulet. Okay, not that great. Defense with HP, resistance, no accuracy. Not amazing on that one. This one's good. It doesn't have HP percent to go along with it, but at least decent. And then no speed here. So again, a pretty fat rip on some of my CVC pieces, unfortunately. Hopefully yours were a little bit better, but some of these could still technically roll okay. And finally, after years, they have finally addressed the upgrade issue, how one artifact can take 5 minutes to upgrade. Now we get the instant upgrade button, and we can just select our level, and then boom, it will roll the RNG and do it in one upgrade, and then let us know exactly how it rolled. Now, I do wish it would tell us how much it spent, because You basically just have to calculate it manually. I do wish it would tell you like, hey, you spent this much during the instant upgrade process, but it doesn't let us know that. So one thing that I will pull up so that you can get a feel for the prices that this typically goes by is this upgrade chart that I made a while ago. So let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit. And what you'll see here is there is a little bit of a different price for artifacts or accessories. And when you're upgrading something to level 16, you can usually expect about 1.4 million per 5-star and about 1.8 million per 6-star on the normal artifacts. And then for accessories, you're going to expect about 2 million per on 5-star and about 2.7 million per on each 6-star accessory. So if you're wondering if you're having good RNG or bad RNG, that's kind of something you can go by a little bit there on the expected silver cost when you're upgrading stuff from 0 to 16 and you're doing it in one quick click. And we have got some champion skins coming for Trunda. Now, I do think she's a good one to do some skins for because she's a pretty iconic champion in Raid, a very common damage dealer, especially in PvP in the arena. So now I think the Ice Drake skin hasn't been received super well because it kind of looks like she's Pixney or something. But this fiery skin right here is definitely super cool. I love the hammer on the fire skin, which looks amazing. So I think they did a good job on this one. This one could have maybe used a little bit of love and been a little bit crazier or something, but all in all, more skins in the game is super cool because Raid has amazing aesthetics. So the more of this type of stuff we get, the better, in my opinion. You also want to make sure that you are doing your 10 fights to stay in Tag Team Arena. You can check that here in the tiers section and then scrolling over just to make sure you are not going to get free demoted by not participating in your 10 matches for the week. So as far as what we need to focus on this weekend, there's supposed to be like a dragon tournament going on, but it's not live in game yet. And then there's also going to be dungeon divers and champion chase coinciding with 2x ancients. So you will see the champion chase tournament go live when the shards are buffed tomorrow in honor of the 2x ancients that'll be taking place this weekend. So you'll have to pull enough to get the copy of the champion that you will need there accordingly. And then hopefully we'll see the dragon tournament that double dips with the dungeon divers live soon here in game. And we do have a celebration pack that I haven't gotten to plug in a video yet. So let's go ahead and jump on this and see what it grades out as. So we've got 20, 1.3 million on that. We're gonna do for gems, no, XP, no, but we've got 11 energy refills, 45 XP brews, 4 4-star chicken, and boom, and then 1 5-star, and then 7 and 2 on the shards. So we'll go 7 and 2, a 2.86. That's without putting in the 160 multi-battles. So not bad. It's about a 3.0 probably. So pretty solid if you're looking or if you're in the market to spend on Raid. One of the better offers, especially considering that the 2x ancients will be taking place this weekend. So you'll get even more value or boosted value out of those 7 ancient shards that you'll want to be pulling to go after the fusion event that is happening. So alrighty, that does it for what we need to get covered in this one. Good luck with the fusion events going on. I'm excited to be back at the grind here on Raid. We're also going hard in the paint on Diablo Immortal for the other channel. So going to be trying to do Raid Shadow Legends and stream that kind of early in the day and then late at night do some Diablo Immortal type streaming and content over there on that other channel. So I'm excited to get back into it here. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.